Good morning. It's Brian with Picks and Profit, and sorry I didn't post last week. I actually was at church camp, so you've got my Baptist Hill t-shirt on. Had a great week at camp. I did have a chance, though, when I got back on Friday and Saturday to do a little picking. Went to, I don't know, 3 or 4 garage sales. Of course, I hit Goodwill a couple, 2 or 3 times. And I did make some pretty decent finds this weekend, so I wanted to share some things with you. First off, now these were just sitting along the side of the road. Our community had a citywide cleanup, and it's just rusty junk. I'm not even sure what these things are, but I was told that people that are really crafty and creative have turned these kind of things into lamps, like the bases of a lamp. So that was free, so anything I make on these will be profit. That's cool. Found this pretty cool metal car, and this was a Goodwill, and it says Pierce Arrow here on the hood. There is no identifying manufacturing mark anywhere on this item, so I'm wondering maybe if this is a handcrafted, homemade type car. It was also suggested this was the kind of car that might be set up on a display in a store at Christmas time, not necessarily a usual for sale item, but it is pretty cool, and I have a feeling that will sell pretty quickly to a person who collects cars, that likes, vintage, antique cars, etc. I found these 3 items at Goodwill. Excuse me, not at Goodwill, at a garage sale. John Deere tractors. Now, I didn't even know they made tractors that were created to look muddy, but that's actually how that tractor is made. I got that for a quarter. Excuse me, I got a car coming down the road. I got this for a quarter as well. And I'm going to have to hit pause because my neighbor is stopping and saying hello. And I'm back. So, as I was saying, I found 3 pretty cool John Deere tractors. The one that looks like it's mud covered. This one, just a regular tractor. Both of these were 75 cents a piece. And then I found this guy. And now, a couple of the decals are a little bit peeled. It's not bad. It is battery operated. It is a kind of a big-wheeled dump truck, and it vibrates, which is really kind of cool. Kids are gonna like that. Boys are gonna like that especially. I paid a couple of bucks on that. So all 3 of those lumped in together, if I would do a lot of John Deere toys, I paid $3.50 total. I'm guessing there's at least $15 there, so that's really kind of cool. These couple of items I got at Goodwill as well. And first I'll focus on this one. Now, this isn't vintage. This is a reproduction. I think it's from the 80s, but it is a cream of wheat tin, metal tin. It's in really good shape. Lid comes off. You can store stuff. I showed one of the ladies at the flea market where I have a booth, and she said, that's really cool because I have never seen a cream of wheat tin. And so that's really kind of cool. That was $1, and I imagine, I'm not going to make much on it, but I'm probably going to put $7 or $8 on it, and I think that'll sell pretty easily. If you recall from an earlier video, I had really good luck with a cast iron cat. That I bought for $2 at Goodwill. I actually sold that for $80. It was probably a 1940s era Hubley reproduction, so an early reproduction of a Hubley. This one is not cast iron, but it really is an interesting looking cat. It was suggested maybe that I paint the eyes glow-in-the-dark paint for fun. It's more of a resin, big round fat cat. What it is a key hider, and so this would be something that you would sit down by your porch or in your little flower garden, etc. Hide a key. Kind of an interesting little cat, and it's got a mark here on the back of Evergreen Home and Garden. You can see that up close, the mark on it. So I paid a couple of dollars for this. Honestly, I haven't looked it up. I'm going to guess I can get 10 for it because it is kind of a unique cat, and I think there'll be some people out there that might just really jump all over that. This I found at Goodwill also. It was $1. There's not I'd never seen one exactly like this. I mean, I'd seen golf head covers, but I'd never seen the Gorilla. And the Gorilla is what's in the box here. Honestly, I'm not a golfer, but I go maybe once or twice a year. I really kind of like this item. It was only $1. I may keep this, but if I decide to sell it, I might list it this week in a local garage sale site because Father's Day, hint hint, is Sunday. So that might be kind of a cool item for Dad if I decide to list it. But it was $1, like I said. I'm imagining I can get close to $10 for this. This was given to me for free at a friend's garage sale. She was just trying to get rid of stuff at the end and said, hey, come on over and take a look. I believe it's a rooster. It's the kind of thing that you would set down maybe in a pot of flowers or in your garden, I think. I'm not exactly sure. But whatever profit I make on it is going to be 100% because it was free. So that's cool. Got this at Goodwill. And globes are really popular, it seems like. And in fact, after I bought this globe, I had seen a couple of other items at Goodwill that I wanted to pick up. And a lady tried to buy it a second time after I'd already bought it. But I'm going to put this in Goodwill. I paid up for it. I paid up for it. And I still think it's worth $25. I'll make just a little bit of profit on this. But if not, we homeschool. Globes are really cool. I'm going to go real quick because I have a minute left in my recording time. 2 items here, really cool. Vintage Stackmore chairs. They fold. They're the Melody style. I got these for $5 a piece at Goodwill. I think I can get $35 to $40 a piece just because they're very collectible. And the last thing I want to show you is this. And it is a TI graphing calculator. Made a great deal on this at a garage sale. Paid $5. It's got all of the accessories, all the cords. It works. I think I'm going to make around $50 on this. God bless. Great picking.